can hear you.
Why wasn't my mic muted?
I know.
No
I
idea.
loved it.
I do that every
What?
episode.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Have You Seen This? We'll call this one Season 3, Episode 28. We're essentially a soap opera or an anime. Those are the only TV shows that run that many episodes. What have we got for news? Oh, we've got Succession has a personal best premiere. That's pretty interesting. We've got also a bad story to talk about a little later, involving the Rings of Power and PETA, which interesting. They're they're abusing the dragons is what's happening.
It's about time.
Yeah. And well,
Those dragons
PETA's
have
not
been
standing for it.
for a while.
Yes. But before we get into all that, and also what we've been watching throughout the week, and probably what I haven't been watching,
Sure.
we gotta ask, how's it going, Dave and Brisbane Ignorance?
That's right. Brisbane Ignorance.
Coming soon
Guys.
to ABC.
Yeah, coming soon. Brisbane Ignorance, private investigator, guys. It's going to be remarkable. Just wait. This is going to be... just remember this time, this day, when you first heard the name, Brisbane Ignorance, private investigator. Coming soon. That's all I got to say. Coming soon, guys.
Yes,
Dave's
and
helping.
that's soon TM.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verbal trademark, can't copy.
That's
Really excited to be here with you guys talking TV, which I also haven't watched a lot of, but I've watched enough. Hey,
Unbelievable.
Rob, you're the only one who does any work on this show. We all know that.
Brisbane Ignorance, private investigator. It's about to... I won't get into specifics, but it's going to be fascinating. Riveting television.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Remember when Rob tried to take over this whole show, and like it was only gonna be about cop shows, and now he's writing a cop show?
And then I watched all of The Rookie in 3 months.
Yeah, Dave's been polluted as well.
I
The
see.
police. I love the police.
Mhm.
Well, I guess we can get into some news.
Yes.
Did anyone watch the Succession premiere? Were you one of the like 2.3 million people that tuned in? No, because they don't count Canadian viewers. Huzzah!
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
did anyone watch the premiere?
They don't care about us.
I didn't because I was busy this weekend, and then I forgot about it.
I didn't because I still have to finish season 2 of that bloody show. Never mind the other ones. There's just a bunch of people who don't like getting along. It's like if I want to see a family argue, I'll just hang out at home more often.
Uh,
Anyways, did you watch it?
no, because
That's
like
nobody
you,
watched
Of course he
I'm-
didn't watch it.
Perfect.
I think I finished season 2. I remember binging like many episodes of the series, and then I was like, okay, I need a break, and I started watching something else, and then
That's the thing. Like I got through, like we had Taco one, we were talking about it. So I went through the first season, went pretty quick. Watched that
Mhm.
first episode of the second season. Okay, great. Have a bunch of other shit I have to watch. We have a show where new shit was happening all the time, so I have to change focus, go to it, and just never came back. So at some point, I'll probably watch it. Hopefully. I won't say probably. Hopefully, I'll be able to watch enough of it so that I'm caught up by some point before the end of the series here in the next few weeks. But who knows?
Yeah,
There's a good
that's where I'm
chance
at
it's not
too.
gonna happen.
I just
Ooh,
I want to get caught up and watch so that I can watch the finale live. Because
Right.
I'd love to have Taco back on to talk about the
Yes.
final episode.
Okay, but we could just have him on, and then he can talk to the viewers about Succession, and we can just sit there going la 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 la.
No, I was thinking he can come on, do a episode by episode recap just for us or whatever, about 5-10 minutes. Just go through, and then the next episode, and then we just like sitting back, have a nap or something like that. Get those glasses that have our eyes open on the thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this,
Eat
just like
some
over
popcorn.
in jury duty, Dave. Keep it in mind.
That'll be tomorrow, so exciting times.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
I swear, every time I'm able, I get called. No one I know has been called as many times as I have.
It's
What if
because you're
it's a
such an
murder?
upstanding citizen. That's why. They never call me.
I hope it's a mob murder.
The worst part is I've also never been picked. I just gotta sit downtown waiting to see if I get picked.
Oh, that's
Remember that-
really fun.
Remember that goddamn show? Is it still on? Bull? And it was basically about Dr. Phil, like Dr. Phil's life before he became Dr. Phil. Good evening, fellow Canadian. All right, it's a good
I
guy.
don't remember Bull at all. I have no
No.
idea what you're talking
I
about.
think it just finished. Yeah,
It's talking about a
terrible.
show older than we are, for sure.
No, it's a current show. Like if it ended, it just ended. Had that guy who got into a lot of trouble there for
Oh,
touching
wow.
people when he shouldn't.
Oh.
he used to be on was it NCIS or something like that? And
Oh,
I think
yeah.
at one time he was engaged to Jessica Alba or something like that. I don't know, it's crazy.
Michael Weathersley.
Right, that guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was charming in NCIS and a fucking bore in this bull. Holy shit! And
It went for
but
6 seasons.
it had George Washington from Hamilton. And that was the best part.
Wow.
It's the only part.
Sure,
He never even sang
okay.
a single goddamn episode.
You hate singing, though.
One more time, or what is it? One last time. There's some singing for you, just like George Washington, one of the nation's
stuff,
greatest
fun
singers.
stuff.
Never mind presidents. A fantastic singer.
Yeah, Bull. Oh God,
I love
I
his
can't believe
Christmas album.
I can't believe we didn't follow up on the didn't
Ryan knows it.
I can't believe we didn't watch talk about the finale of Bull. It only ended June of last year.
I rather would have drowned myself in a bathtub or a toilet. I hated that show. It was terrible. It's terrible. Like, oh, let's check out the exciting life of Dr. Phil as he picks jury members. Like, what? But he's also solving the crime when he does it.
But
Which
Rob,
is pretty good.
the show can't hurt you anymore. It's gone now.
You know what?
Speaking
can't
of
hurt
shows
me?
hurting you.
Brisbane ignorance. Private investigator. Well, the thing is going to lift me up. Can't wait.
So my transition got a little derailed there. But speaking
That's
of
fine.
shows hurting you, sometimes
boy.
people get hurt in the filming of shows.
People
But
do.
also, I just got hurt because I was looking up an article on it so I could bring up some info if I needed to. And I noticed that Dave didn't just get a picture of a horse. He got a picture of a horse from...
Yeah,
I hope it's not the horse.
that's
would be very
Galadriel's
upsetting.
horse. When you Google horse hurt rings of power, that's the one that comes up.
Yikes. But yes,
Poor old Bill. Poor
Yeah.
old Bill.
so yeah,
That's a
they're
Lord of the
not
Rings reference for you jerks.
they're not hurting dragons, but they are apparently hurting a horse.
it's too
A
bad.
horse suffered cardiac arrest ahead of rehearsal on
Oh
an
my
episode.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
Don't let
I
your
mean-
horses do blow.
That's just
BoJack
good
Horseman
rule of thumb.
taught us that. BoJack taught us that.
Yeah.
We should all know better.
And yeah,
So now what now every show has that there's no animals harmed in the making of this show. What are they gonna do now? So there was one. We had one was not great.
Well, Dan,
Most animals were not hurt in the filming of this show.
you
most.
did Dan, you did the research for this story. Was there any have the Rings of Power people responded to PETA in like what happened?
I mean, looking at it, it says like it was one of more than 30 horses that were on set that day, and it was just standing with 20 other horses. It just seems to be an entire accident, and like PETA is just upset about the fact that they are using real animals when they could just computer graphics them.
Why use
And-
an $800 horse when you could spend $3 million?
Yes. But they also released a similar
How
statement
is that horse
in
supposed to
July of
provide
last
for his
year.
family?
Mm.
How would he provide for his family?
Did
Taken-
took your jobs.
Yeah. Peter took my job.
Anyway,
Bastards.
we all
they're-
obviously want the best for the horsies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, so it wasn't like a riding accident or anything like that. Just
Yeah.
it appears it died of natural causes. But PETA's still up in arms about this.
Well, it's probably like overworked in Iceland and stuff because they didn't
Is that
film.
where they're filming it? They're not filming it in New Zealand.
No, that was a bit. We talked about that on the show where like they didn't
Yep.
film at all in New Zealand.
Unbelievable.
I know.
That's where dragons live.
That's why it's too dangerous.
I have it on good authority.
And yeah, that
Not in prison.
that's about all the info. This has apparently happened a few times. It happened last July on HBO's The Gilded Age, and you know,
I didn't even know that was a show.
like I believe 2 different people broke their neck and spinal cord trying to film Spider-Man the musical. So like,
Oh, multiple. No, Dan, like close to almost a dozen Spider-Mans, and one died.
okay, I remember it being truly cursed. I just thought there were many different accidents.
No, it
But
was
if it was
double
literally
digits.
all just the Spider-Man, that's very upsetting.
No, one of the Spider-Men died, but like it was multiple. Like, look it up. That's a
Yeah.
a cursed, truly a cursed musical.
And yeah, so I mean, shit happens. If you're gonna use real animals on set, you should definitely like take care of them. I mean, take care of everyone on your set, but take care of your animals more.
Equal.
More.
Okay.
Whoa.
Horses are greater than humans.
Well, I don't know. How does a horse contribute to the economy?
Yeah, that's true. Also, it's not like that horse.
Why-
Went, hey, having a little trouble down here.
Horse
Just
doesn't
flag
pay
over the dock
taxes.
or anything. Yeah,
Horse pulls cart.
We have car.
that's right.
Anywho, yeah, and soon we'll have self-driving cars, Dave. Then I don't need the humans.
I don't need the humans.
Yes, the horse can drive the car.
I think.
Well, the car can drive the horse.
I think Dan just just outed himself as a robot. If I'm being
I think
honest.
that's exactly what happened.
Jesus, man.
That wasn't
Show
reconstructed by
nuttier-
Disney. What are you talking
nut- Oh shit!
about?
They're AIing
was-
him.
Oh.
I was merely upgraded.
I knew it. I friggin' knew it. The clues were there.
They were
Clues
there.
are there, Dave.
They were. We should have known better.
Yep. I'm
Mhm.
friggin'
This is the
believable.
season finale of First Fan Ignorance. Sometimes the jokes are just for us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. So, moving on. What the fuck have we been watching? Hmm.
Well, I've been watching the shows that we should be covering on this here program.
Whoa,
has
whoa.
anybody seen The Mandalorian, the latest episode of Mandalorian?
Oh, you know I have.
There you go. Dave's a Mandalorian Star Wars watching now.
Also, Dan. First of all, Rob, I always have been, and also I don't think Dan's seen any of the Mandalorian
No, he hasn't.
except for the stuff that
I've-
was in Boba Fett.
That's right.
Yeah, I've seen episode 1 and part of episode 2 for sure, and I
Okay.
think I did watch a few more.
Look, there's only
Um,
8 episodes in season 1, Dan. Like, you almost got through
I
it.
know. I didn't get through season 1, much like I didn't get through season 1 of Stranger Things, but I didn't get
You
through
are a
Mando.
ridiculous monster.
I
Wow.
didn't get through Mando because of time. I just did not get into Stranger Things.
Huh? I don't even know where we go from here.
One of the worst days of my entire life. So what did you think of this latest episode? The Foundling, is that what it's called?
Yeah. Fine. First of all,
Yeah.
did not appreciate Grogu getting shot. I was like, oh no.
Even with paintballs or whatever.
I didn't like it. Don't shoot a baby with paintballs.
Yeah, a
But then I
7-year-old
liked
baby or whatever the hell.
that he just messed up Ragnar afterwards.
Mhm.
He looked at Dad and was like, Dad, I don't like this.
Did the Yoda flips?
Can we talk about that for a second? Rob,
Sure, yeah.
do you... So clearly what they're doing is they just have a PA who's throwing the puppet in the air. And then it's CGI for a little bit, and then it turns back into the puppet. But
Yeah.
it's obviously they're just throwing it up in the air.
Yeah, I like it.
I think it's great. People are mad about it, but I'm like,
What?
those people are dumb, and I don't like them very much.
Yeah. That was like the best part of the episode. The truth be told, not a fan of this episode. I think this is one of the weakest ever Mandalorian episodes.
Oh, really?
But you know,
I-
anytime with Grogu, you're like, oh shit, yeah. Every time.
I
he's
love this
great.
episode.
There's just lots of times like
I
we
think-
get it. Like these guys love big pterodactyls and love big alligators.
That kid should never be allowed. He's an inside Mandalorian now.
Yeah.
On like his quinceanera, he got attacked by that big crocodile monster,
That's
and
true.
then he gets beat up by also like the worst day for this kid. He gets
Yeah.
beat up by a baby,
Yep.
and then a pterodactyl comes and kidnaps him.
And then the big John Favreau dude, that's my son. It's like, and starts yelling. It's like, we just told you to shut up. All you have to do is shut up for a minute. Like, oh my god, this is the way though.
So
But also, Dan, go ahead.
I think I disagree with you on
Okay.
the puppet thing.
Oh boy.
Because this is Star Wars, and this is a dumb argument for me to make, but
Yeah.
if there's anything I give Star Wars, it's that they are feats of practical effects and like movie making. And I think they could have made a jump flip rig for the Yoda puppet, considering how many times they're gonna make the Yoda puppet do the jump flip.
First, of all, his name's
Like
Grogu.
it doesn't matter. He's a Yoda puppet.
Whoa. 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 Okay.
You want to keep
Okay.
Mini
Disney's
Yoda.
buttons? You want to push Disney's buttons? You know what happened
He-
last time? You
Dan,
know what happened last time?
Grogu is older than you and I combined.
How
Excellent.
I get it, you son of a bitch.
So's
How
Yoda.
dare you? How dare you?
He's young. He's older than Rob.
Interesting.
He's like 56 years old, I think. Grogu's supposed to be. Anyway, yeah, Ragnar never allowed outside, and my wife pointed out something while we were watching the episode. When Din Djarin, Pedro Pascal, Mandalorian man,
Sure.
and Jon Favreau are going after the pterodactyl when it initially kidnaps Ragnar. Jon Favreau is like, it always gets away. And it's like, this has happened before?
Yeah.
This is a regular... Why did we settle in Jurassic Park?
Here's the thing. Mandalorian meat is delicious.
I guess.
I could have told you that.
But you could have told me. Oh my.
Yeah,
Man's eating
they're
Mandalorians.
they're in those suits all the time. They're like sous vide. There's sous vide in there.
Sous vide. Oh boy. But Rob, I would actually disagree with you about how you about it being one of the weaker episodes. I think this is a fantastic episode.
Okay.
We got a lot of really cool lore stuff answered, like who saved Grogu from the Jedi Temple, and it was Jedi Master Jar Jar Binks himself, Keller
Jar
and
Jar was
Beck.
great. It was great seeing Jar Jar. Like I like the Coruscant stuff. Like yeah, this is just my least favorite episode of The Mandalorian. I didn't say it was terrible.
But
This is my least favorite one. There's got to be a least favorite.
According-
This one's it.
According to Google, CBR agrees with Dave that this was a great episode that gives Grogu a fitting rival in Ragnar Vizsla. And ComingSoon.net agrees with Rob, saying that Chapter 20 is a weak episode.
Yeah.
I think like, we also since season 1, when we found out that Grogu, the baby Yoda, was 50, and we're like, all right, so he would have been alive and probably at the Jedi Temple during Order 66ing. It's like, who saved him? And we all have had theories for a long time about who it might be. Sam Jackson once tweeted that it was him. It's like I don't think so, Sam.
No, you're probably right.
Pretty sure you got pushed out a window. But and we all, a lot of us animated fans thought it was Barriss Offee. You know, Rob, you're a big Barriss Offee's fan, I know. You know, Dark Jedi.
Boris Karloff?
She bombed the Jedi Temple, framed Ahsoka, whole thing.
Sounds like a real jerk.
She was. But
And then she saved one little Yoda, and we're supposed to forgive her for it.
it wasn't her. It was
Jar Jar.
yeah.
It
Keller and
was Jar
Beck.
Jar.
Well, no, it was the actor who plays Jar Jar. Jar Jar did. It was Ahmed Best. Coming back because in 2019 he hosted a in-canon
game show or whatever.
Star Wars style Legends of the Hidden Temple show for Disney XD, and he was really excited to come back and do it. He's like, I love it. I think this is great. You can find all the episodes on YouTube. I don't think, not for me. I'm an adult, but I'm sure if I was 10, I'd be like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Fun.
Even
I was wondering about that. I was wondering about that game show because I heard about it, but then I thought maybe they just pushed it off or something like that. But they made it.
Yeah, it was on Disney XD, and then Disney XD got canceled and like folded into something else, and then Disney Plus came out, and they were like, we're not making shows for Disney XD anymore because we have Disney Plus.
That makes sense.
But yeah, it was really cool. He's always been like a really big part of the Star Wars community. He got a lot of flack, obviously, for his portrayal of Jar Jar, and the stories that have come out recently about like his suicidal thoughts and stuff.
What?
He tried to kill himself after all the Jar Jar stuff. Yeah, really look into it. But then he's gotten really back involved. It was like the same thing that happened with like Jake Lloyd, right? Like people bullied him and were like, the prequels were bad and it's because of you. It's like, he's just an actor, my guy.
Because of him?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was one of the least bad things about that. There's a bunch of bad things about the sequels, but that little kid, like the other one that came back, Hayden Christensen, I would say would be more at fault.
Yeah, and well, he quit Hollywood for a couple years, and then he got to come back.
Yeah, that's maybe a good thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's more the writing's fault. The writing was friggin' terrible. Like
yeah.
Oh shit, Dave.
It was awful.
Yo.
Hit that breaking news.
Oh, that's a spoiler. Breaking news.
Come
Yeah.
on, Jar Jar, you're okay.
Out of Variety, it looks like earlier today. So after I looked for news, though, The Bachelor creator Mike Fleiss is parting ways with the franchise.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
After 2 decades.
I was about to talk about how we might get to see Jar Jar in The Mandalorian, Dan, and that's what you're going to bring up right now?
Yes.
Do you think Jar Jar survived the
We know he does.
With the 66 thing?
He is in
is he in Rebels or whatever?
No, he's not in Rebels. In one of the books, I forget which one. It takes place after Return of the Jedi, after the second Death Star blows up.
A new canon thing is not one of those
a new canon
books or anything like that.
It's revealed that he actually, like, a lot of people were mad at him and they were like, "Hey, the whole Empire thing, Jar Jar, that was kind of your fault." It's like, it really
Bad
was kind of Jar
bombing.
Jar's fault.
It's bad bombing.
So he became like a court jester on Naboo.
All right. Yeah, that's about right.
And then there's another Gungan character in that book that is very specifically like, we don't all talk like him. Some of us talk normal. It's like when Yaddle showed up in Tales of the Jedi and she talked normal. It's like, does Yoda just have a speech impediment? What's going on? Anyway, but no. So
Jar Jar's mom used to hold her breath a lot while she was pregnant with him, like all the time.
But at the end of the episode, Grogu and Kelleran get on a Nubian class starfighter, and who lives on Naboo?
Oh,
Jar Jar Binks.
So yeah, I was at first I was thinking like, oh, are these guys all? These guys are they Alderaan guys or are they Naboo guys? And then I saw the silver ship. Oh, that has to be Naboo, right? That has to be. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there is a less. I think we only know a couple people from Naboo, and we know Padme doesn't know jack about what's going on. So the only person like Jar Jar is like the most likely.
She's also dead, right?
Well, no, she would have been on her way to Moose. No, because she finds out about. She would have been sitting in the Senate building, being like,
when that thing. Oh, I thought she was dying like at that time.
No, she dies like 2 days later because she's got to sit in the Senate building and be like, "Now this is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause."
Yeah. I think she's dying of a broken heart. Yeah. It's like, oh, you guys, come on.
But I don't know if we'll get it this season, but I'm calling it right now. We'll get a scene where Ahmed Best shakes Jar Jar Binks' hand.
Ooh.
And I think that's going to be really cool. Misa's so excited to see the baby Yoda.
I think people are going to get pretty pumped about that. Is that going to be like the Darth Vader style thing for like you guys?
Oh yes, he is going to be the Darth
kid, right? You guys are prequel era kids.
He's going to try and tempt Grogu to the dark side, because we all know that Jar Jar Binks was a Sith apprentice, if not a Sith Lord himself.
Yeah,
So
that was a big theory for a long time, Rob. But here's the thing, Rob. Yes, I'm a prequel kid, and I actually do like 2 of the 3 prequel movies. I'll even stand here and say I like Phantom Menace better than Return of the Jedi. I'll say it. Whoa, Rob, but okay. That's good. Well, you're also my age, so that makes sense.
I'm a little younger.
Probably. A little younger, even. I don't like Jar Jar though, but I'll be lying if I'm gonna say if Jar Jar Binks shows up on an episode of Mandalorian, I won't stand up and scream in excitement. I will be so happy to see that. Oh, the Mandalorian. Oh, Bo-Katan. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. I take the baby Yoda to the hidden place. Oh, no.
Will you be excited as I was when I saw the Hammerhead guy in Boba Fett? I was pretty excited about that.
Pretty excited.
I do hope he's the only person who ever calls him Din Djarin exclusively. Like, he should only ever use the entire full name.
Din Djarin! Missa taking the baby!
Oh my
Everyone else just calls him Mando.
Yeah. I think the Armorer calls him Din Djarin, but...
So I found some other news that seems slightly interesting.
Okay.
Is there may be a reboot of the X-Files, and the original series creator made a revolution on some sort of interview, blah blah blah, celebrating the 30th anniversary. Is it the 30th anniversary? Sure. And he said he spoke to this young man named Ryan Coogler, who may be remounting the X-Files.
Ryan Coogler's so busy though.
Possibly, yes.
Is there many more Black Panther movies to come?
But also, as you go further into the article, it points out that like this is a Fox thing, and so it's a Disney property, and they own Ryan Coogler's soul. So
fair.
What?
Yeah,
I mean,
because
it's in all of the Disney contracts.
I think, and
It's in my
Dan would know
code as
better than
well.
anyone
I mean,
else.
my
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Ryan Coogler I think is like nothing's officially announced yet, but heavily rumored that there's 2 different Wakanda centric shows that are supposed to come to Disney Plus, but who knows with the slowing down.
Ironheart, right?
Well, I think that's different. That's just she.
What else?
Like there's rumors of like a Dora Milaje movie or a TV show, and then a Midnight Angels,
Oh, right, the Midnight Angels. Yeah, that's
which like oof, I do not want to see that suit ever again. Recently rewatched Wakanda Forever, and I was like oof. I saw the Ironheart suit and the Midnight Angel suit, and I was like oof. On a Disney Plus budget, eh? Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
This ain't Star Wars. They don't get all the effects.
Has everybody been asking for an X-Files reboot?
I can't think of a single person who.
And I grew up,
wants
I
one.
loved the X-Files. Like, that was appointment television back in the early 90s. It was Mulder and Scully and, yeah, the cigarette-smoking man and the, the lone gunman.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
I think-
Buffy with aliens, isn't it?
I think the reason X-Files worked is because there was nothing like it at the time. But now I think X-Files is such a, and it's gonna be weird to say this about X-Files of all things. It's such a culturally important thing that the X-Files itself has kind of seeped itself into so many different shows where that level of mystery and that level of like, there's always, if there's 2 people, there's always one who's a skeptic and there's always one who's a true believer. Like that's just ingrained in most shows now. So I don't know if they were to bring back the X-Files, what would make it special?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, do they just reboot it? Do they keep it in universe and just have new agents? It's just FBI.
Oh,
It's not like CIA
even
or
better.
It's not like the Men in Black or anything like that. They're just FBI agents
Here comes the
investigating
Men
shit.
in Black.
Yeah, most of which is bullshit. But you know, Fox Mulder always believed.
Always.
He wants to believe.
yeah. All right. I have an interesting
Scully.
show that I watched earlier.
No, you didn't.
Well, yesterday and then earlier today as well.
If it's How I Met Your Father, I swear to
Yeah.
God, Dan.
Don't you
No,
dare say it.
I have not watched any other episodes of that since our last episode.
I saw on
You're-
TikTok,
you're
Barney's
waiting-
back.
Weaning yourself.
I have also seen that, and apparently there's 2 episodes out now, but
Oh,
no, I watched a show called Agent Elvis.
I watched the first episode because you mentioned it, and I was intrigued.
Yeah.
I thought
It-
that a spelling error had occurred.
Why would you think such a thing?
I thought you were just had just started watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No.
Agent David.
This show is wild, and apparently like created by Elvis's wife. And
Priscilla?
like Priscilla Presley is a co-creator of the show Agent Elvis.
What?
Wow.
And she's in it. And
Well, as a
so is
Oh, I didn't
Matthew
know that was her
McConaughey.
voice.
Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey is Elvis Presley?
yeah, and
Lead with that.
he and he talks like Matthew McConaughey. He doesn't talk like Elvis. And I was thinking about that after I watched it, and it's like, I kind of get it. If you're going to go for a cartoon Elvis voice, you're just going to end up with something that looks like Johnny Bravo, you know what I mean? It's like, watch me,
Oh my god.
watch me do my
Yeah.
hair real fast. Like, you can't do
I
it. So I appreciate the choice of McConaughey just talking in his own voice.
also I knew that
He fights the Manson family in the first one. Elvis
Yes.
versus the Manson family. That's all you had to say, and I was gonna watch this thing.
it is Archer but starring Elvis instead of Archer.
Ooh, I'd say
Because
there's similarities, but I wouldn't say it's the same. It's definitely not going for the same type of humor. I wouldn't think.
there is a
a little more
lot of
adult. I'd say a little more
similarities, but
adult. Yeah.
yeah. And what I just realized now is that Caitlin Olsen plays Cece with an E.
Mhm.
And I was sitting there watching. I think I watched 3 or 4 episodes, and trying to figure out who the hell that was. And I was like, I know that voice. I know that. And the worst part is, I am currently watching, like getting caught up on some of the seasons of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Nice.
And
Knoxville's
so,
in it too.
Don
Yeah.
Cheadle? Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
yeah, Don Cheadle plays like the head of the agency that is trying to recruit Elvis.
Wow.
It is something, honestly.
And the previously mentioned before air, Niecy Nash, also a part of the show, Dave.
Yeah, I'm currently watching the trailer, and I just got to Niecy Nash, and I was like, oh my god, she's in the Rookie
Birdie?
Feds.
Birdie. Yeah. There's no blood spared in this show. It like they go for it.
Oh,
I thought that first episode was pretty fun actually.
that monkey is
in a
wild.
Once upon a time in Hollywood ish take on the Manson family, so that's good.
Speaking of murderous monkeys, did we ever watch
yes.
Hit Monkey?
Did it ever come out?
I have no idea. What happened to Hit Monkey?
It's got to be out. You imagine.
It would be on Disney Plus.
Is that the one with is Samuel L. Jackson supposed to be?
2021.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
November.
Oh yeah, season 2 coming. This is an article from February
Shit.
of 2023 that season 2 is coming.
Oh my gosh.
I totally forgot about that show.
I didn't.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we didn't get it right away because it actually went to Hulu. This was before Hulu and Disney had the full merger.
Brother.
Maybe.
And there's a possibility because Hulu is allergic to Canada or something.
Well, yeah, we just get it all on Disney Plus, which means we have to pay for one less thing.
By the way, guys, Scylla Presley, that's crazy. Ed Helms is going to do a character. Chris Elliott, if you don't remember.
It's a very stacked cast.
Well,
Jason Mantzoukas plays like the crazy scientist that works for the agency.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
I love that.
Jason Mantzoukas is supposed to be Howard Hughes.
Yes,
Howard Hughes.
that too.
Hit Monkey is on Disney Plus.
Excellent. I'll
right.
maybe check it out.
The only shows Daniel's going to be watching now are ones
Are
featuring
about monkeys that kill people.
yeah, gun-toting
Gun-toting marsupials.
Yeah, I like it.
Sounds like fun. And yeah, so honestly, I'm gonna keep watching it. I think there's only 8 or 10 episodes. They're full 30 minutes, most of the ones that I saw. So like, and yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is the kind of show that when you were mentioning it before, like if it would have went the super cartoony route, the super like Elvis is Johnny Bravo basically, or Elvis is Archer and stuff like that. I think it's
he is for small moments in time.
Maybe.
Like there are small bits, and it's when they do like the super cuts. And occasionally he does just turn into a cartoon badass that can, like, it's a comic book now. And he's like stronger than anybody has any right to be, but then other times he's a regular ass human, which is fun.
Now,
too.
Is it one of those shows though where there is like a fictional character but they don't have the rights to any of their music? Or are we actually
I was worried about that as well because in the beginning there's no real Elvis music, like the theme song isn't Elvis, but at the end they were playing Elvis music from the 68 comeback special.
Oh, okay.
Live.
And
I don't know if they can use the live stuff. Maybe they can. But again,
it probably helps when your co-creator is named Priscilla Presley.
She has no right.
Yeah, but like
she has
that
no
doesn't
rights
matter.
to
Like
it.
so many artists don't have the rights to their own
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, she has no right.
Especially
They'd have
from
to-
back
they'd have to
then.
ask.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't see why the people that ran the Presley estate, which Lisa Marie had sold off most of her shares of before she passed away. I don't see why they wouldn't. It's like, goddamn, you gotta like get the music out. Like get the music out. It's easy. It's easy marketing for them. You know, put it
For
in
sure.
a cartoon where it shows Elvis kicking the shit out of people and killing fucking Charles Manson.
Well, that could damage their brand, you know.
Yeah,
what
they should let Charles
brand?
Manson live.
I don't know.
Nobody who has been born in this millennia knows who Elvis is. What brand is there to
What are you
kill
talking
at
about?
this
There was
point?
literally just an Elvis movie.
Yeah, I had to look him up because I wasn't alive when he passed away or anything.
Of course not.
Sure. You didn't go to 3rd grade with him, right?
Shut up. It's an outrage. This is an outrage.
An outrage, I tell you.
If I had my pills, my knees worth half a damn. I give
Easy,
you a
Grandpa.
what's for. I give you a what's for. No shit.
So are we
Get off
watching anything
Get off my
else?
lawn.
How's Survivor going? Any more medical evacs?
Maybe this week.
Yeah.
Maybe this week.
The preview seems to indicate that may be where we're headed.
Is
I
there
didn't
anybody?
mean to be right.
Yeah, you're always right. Is there anybody on this show that doesn't have some sort of advantage? This is bananas. This is kind of bananas.
Yeah, it is insane.
Almost unwatchable.
I like that.
If
at
everyone
least-
has an advantage, does anyone have an advantage?
Well, here's the thing. Here's what they did, Dan. They gave so a thing that happens in the new era of Survivor is you'll have a chance to, and you watch the show for one season.
Yeah.
You'll go on a journey.
On the
you go
little
on a
walk
trek.
where you turn the wheel.
But the wheel is no longer there.
Well, that's
Now-
bullshit. The
now
wheel
you
was
don't
the
have the
coolest
option.
part. But then someone did break it, right? I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure one of the contestants like snapped the
Who broke the wheel?
Daenerys Targaryen.
Stacy.
Daenerys broke it.
No.
But
Stacy
no,
broke
Dan,
the wheel multiple times.
on the on this most recent journey, Dan, what happened was people went on the journey.
Yeah.
And the 3 people who went on the journey, all of them got a free immunity idol, but also had to change tribes, which brought the total number of immunity idols that are currently in play to 6.
Mm.
And 3 people who had fake immunity idols.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, it's too much. I agree with Rob. Usually Rob is the old man on the couch saying there's too many damn advantages. I get these advantages out of here. I want classic Survivor. But like, I usually am in favor of, I like it. I think it can lead to some interesting gameplay. This is too many. And I know that technically the idols that they just got expire at the merge, but still, it is a lot. But I did like that we're getting to see a lot more of Carolyn and Yam Yam.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is it Jam Jam? Jam Jam.
I think it is Jam Jam, but it's spelled YAM.
Yeah.
I like the die roll one, the shot in the dark. I think that should be like immunity idols. There are 6 of them, but only 2 of them work, and nobody knows until it's actually played and used.
Well, Dan, first episode, someone used their shot in the dark, and it worked.
Yeah, and
So,
like again, if you're gonna add a bunch of different things, there should be more elements of random. You shouldn't be adding so many static effects.
I suppose that's true.
I'm going for game balance at the moment.
Well, so Rob, I don't know why I'm asking you this,
Right.
But I'm assuming you haven't listened to the new official podcast, the new official Survivor podcast with Jeff Probst.
Of course not. Hey,
Uh,
what's going
well,
on here?
Jeff now has a podcast where he talks every week about the show. And I found out that through that podcast that Jeff over quarantine became very good friends with, I forget the man's name, but he's the inventor of the board game Exploding Kittens.
That's
What?
a really fun.
I agree. I really like Exploding Kittens.
It's hot potato as a card game, and they're kittens though.
Yeah.
I had to go to jail for that.
But he became good friends with him, and that is a game that has a lot of twists and turns, and you never quite know if you're about to get screwed. And Jeff, in becoming friends with this person, will now call him and be like, "Hey, so I've got this idea. What do you think?" And
Is
it
he
was
his new Tyler Perry? Is he the new Tyler Perry?
He seems like a new Tyler Perry. Who,
Oh,
Dan, I'm sure
brother.
we've talked about this before, but Tyler Perry is one of the famous people that's been able to influence the game so much that he's had actual ideas of his have made it onto the show. Not good
The
ideas.
worst ones. The worst ones.
Yeah.
Well, just be thankful that Jeff Probst ran into this guy and not like Matt Leacock, who made the game Pandemic, which at least there are winners in Exploding Kittens.
That's fair. No one tell Jeff Probst about D&D. Like, nobody tell him.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying this season. I think the characters are, the casting, and it's been this way for the last few seasons, is top notch.
Yeah.
And especially now with, I feel like every season,
Wait. How many Canadians on this season?
just
One.
one. Dan, and we didn't talk about this.
How's
but
that top-notch casting? Come on.
Oh, indeed, one.
We had 0 last season, so.
That's right.
And it was the first time in the new era that a Canadian didn't win, so, you know?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
made sure of that.
But Dan, there's only one Canadian on the show, and he sang the national anthem on Survivor. But you know what happened, Dan?
Was it
He
incorrect?
sang it wrong.
It was incorrect. He's
Those were
from
not the
Saskatoon.
words,
He's
Kane.
He's from Saskatoon. He's not too sharp, right?
Yeah, I'm from Ontario, so all you prairie folk,
Listen.
might as... What?
Is Saskatoon really Canada?
I'm from Ontario, so I can't really open up that can of worms because, like, is Ontario really not just America?
Yeah, that's right. You're basically
Especially where you are.
Yeah. I'm as close to Toronto as I am to Detroit.
Like, if those lakes weren't there as a natural separation, you would be in America.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Because they would have just cut a straight line.
You would be a Michigander.
It would make more sense that I root for the Red
Michigander.
Wings.
Canadian Goose and Michigander.
Yeah. That's this new cartoon show.
God
One
damn
show
it.
at a time,
You're
Rob.
inventing
One show at a
shows
time.
left and right.
But yeah, I really do. I'm really enjoying this season, and we got one more episode before the merge. I'm really worried that we're gonna lose either Carolyn or Jam Jam.
No way we're losing Jam Jam.
If Carolyn and him are fighting, like, and Carolyn's still got her immunity idol.
She's nuts.
She is nuts.
And-
Yeah.
And Jam Jam's not one of the 92 people with idols.
He is not. He's not even one of the people who thinks he has a fake idol.
Yeah. He's
Lots
just
of
there.
people have
Jeez.
idols that aren't real, including someone
When
who
you're-
has both a real and a fake idol.
Excellent. I hope they used the wrong one.
Yeah, we were talking about that too, and I'm like, that would be fantastic. But the moment you use the wrong one, Jeff just goes, "This is not an immunity idol," and then you're like, "Oh, okay, but this one is."
Yeah. Wait a second.
Oh, well, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be funny
Imagine-
if someone didn't read the clue right or whatever, and mixed up
Oh.
the two idols and gave the good one away or something. That would
I
be
know.
You,
I
no,
wish.
you have like two fake ones, and then you don't realize, and you give it, and Jeff is like, "This is not an immunity idol," and you're like, "Okay, but this one is," and it's like, "No."
No, not that one either.
That's just some old rock.
Okay, so
Uh,
next season there are 14 immunity idols. Every single
Everybody's-
one is fake.
Everybody starts out with 2 immunity idols.
I've always
They're all
said,
fake, no matter
I've-
who pulls one out.
I think, they already used the word, the name Island of the Idols for a season. And yes, it was the worst season ever.
It's terrible.
But I've always thought an interesting idea would be, instead of, it's way worse than the Shot in the Dark, but everyone gets an immunity idol on day one. And it's just like, you have to be more secretive about what you're doing because the person has an idol. And then rather than finding idols, you're finding idol nullifiers.
I think it'd be funny
Interesting.
if they gave an idol to everybody and just said, "But you can't tell anybody."
Yeah,
Tell
exactly.
anybody you're out of here. And so
If you tell
everybody
anyone,
just
you have
has
to
all
give it
these-
up.
So everybody thinks they're so smart.
That
And
would
then
be great.
another cool
Island of the dummies, that's
advantage.
what they could have called it.
Another cool advantage for this season that you have a concept for is you nullify the immunity won by the challenge.
Oh.
So it's something you would take out at the end of a challenge that you have lost, and you would be going to vote. You go, well, nope, you're coming with us.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have something like that where you can steal a reward, but never
Right.
steal an immunity. That'd be interesting. Be too much,
And
but
yeah.
it'd be interesting.
It's not too
Again, in a season where everybody has their own personal immunity idol, it wouldn't be too much because it
True.
is just adding twice as many people to one voting round.
You know what, Dan? That's fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
But
that's
again,
why
the casting has been
Jeff
great. The
Probst
casting's
should
been
hire
great.
us as producers, right?
Oh, no, because I want to be on the show someday.
And you
Dave will
can't
be on
do
the show.
both.
No, you can't
No.
can't work for CB. You have to have not worked for them for like 5 years and then
So you don't possibly know what's up.
yeah. And so they can't
Okay.
be accused.
And yeah, so you work as a producer for a couple of years, and then you train and you watch and you observe, and then you train for another 5 years, and then you come back and you win Survivor.
Wow. Wow. What a story that would be.
First boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, not in the new era. I'm not this is terrible. I'm not a woman in my 20s. I will not be the first boot.
Oh, brother.
Rob,
Yikes.
you like that? No, that is the problem with the new era. Like, the only man that's gone home in the first 4 episodes was because he gave himself a concussion.
Yep, that's true.
And last season, the only man that went home pre-jury was the smallest man who also happened to be one of the only gay people on the season. So, like, the new era is not friendly to young women.
It's uncool.
Just because,
Except
like,
Marianne.
she also happened to have, like, the biggest guy on her tribe.
Yeah,
They lost
and
The
she also
best
had to be the friendliest person who has ever existed.
Sure.
and
Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah.
There you go.
But, yeah, I'm
yeah,
excited.
but more so.
Yeah.
She came in with a huge advantage. She didn't even need one. She just, as long as she's Canadian, I was like, you're probably gonna win.
Especially after Erica, yeah.
It's like, oh, you get
All right. Well,
That's why we're looking at Saskatoon guy here.
that's
If Kane
about-
wins, legitimately, I don't think Canadians will be allowed on the show anymore. If we win the first 3 seasons that
Yeah.
if we win 3 of the 4 seasons we've been on, I think they're going to go back to no Canadians on the show. Like, yeah, we lost, Tom Laidlaw was not our best foot forward. But then the next two seasons that we had Canadians, we won them both. Then we took a year off, and if Kane wins, oh brother,
Didn't Tom Laidlaw play for the Leafs at some point? There's no way he could have won.
did he play for the Leafs? I don't know.
I think so. I think he did.
I know he played
If he
for
played
the
for the
Rangers.
Leafs, I'm surprised he got past the first round.
Yeah, no. Not when it counts. Yeah, you could get through the little bits or whatever, and then no.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we wrap up here?
I
Well,
have jury
I just
duty
wanna-
tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna go put a mobster behind bars for life. Which in Canada is like 3 months, so he's gonna he's gonna
That
go
always
find
makes
him.
me think of the John Oliver joke about, and this will land you 10 months in Canadian prison. Oh, what's that? 10 months of living in Ottawa?
Right.
To be fair, all 10 of those months will be winter.
Yes.
So, yeah.
You don't even get the Rideau Canal anymore to skate.
No,
on.
I know.
No, it's just an old puddle. I have watched Big Brother Canada. Has one of the most remarkable assholes ever on the show.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's impressive for
The
Big Brother.
Zach, is that his name?
yeah, if toxic masculinity was a person.
Yeah.
But, live feeds don't exist this season.
No, it's terrible.
But also, we do get things called digital dailies, where we get curated segments. And they released a tweet today saying we're not going to get any until Friday, meaning they don't want us to see what's
Something.
happening right now. And
Yeah.
there's a rumor that Mr. Asshole himself, Zach, has quit.
Wow. Did someone call him out? Did someone call him out? The crazy thing, that great big Newfie guy. Great
Jonathan,
big
yeah.
man. Yeah. And this Zach guy are getting into an argument, and Zach comes down the stairs and almost gets aggressive with him. It's like, I wonder if you had to put on glasses to see how far down Zach was from him. It was like,
Dan,
it's like here. It's like, oh my god, like, who do you think you are?
to truly put it in
Believe-
perspective for you, Dan, it would be like, what's the bad guy from the first Shrek movie?
Farquaad.
Farquaad. If Lord Farquaad was standing down the mountain, trying to big dog the mountain.
You could
Unbelievable.
have just used Tyrion Lannister. He's in the same show.
Yeah,
no.
but it's funnier if it's Farquaad.
For quite a time.
And yeah, very fun stuff. Seems like that should go well for him.
This show is definitely getting canceled. I'm just saying
Yeah,
it now.
there's nothing left to it anymore.
No.
This is it.
Yeah,
So-
this will be the final season. Way
Try
to
it
go
while
out
we
with a
can.
whimper.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my god. They should have halfway through or whatever just put in like the best players ever and just say, here, like we decided screw it. We're putting these guys in. This is gonna be it.
Yeah.
Everybody you always
is-
wanted to win. Everybody you always wanted to win that didn't win. There. One of them's
Yeah,
won.
sorry. This is all of a sudden a Tournament of Champions season for the second half. So
Yeah.
you just put in all the winners.
They're gonna come in under the guys as coaches again. And then he's like, oh no, we're playing and we're gonna probably win, except for one nerd's gonna win it.
You
Steal it
joke, Rob,
underneath-
but that is
steal
like
underneath dancing.
a top 5 Big Brother season.
I liked it. It
Yeah,
was good.
14 is a fantastic season.
Yep.
We're gonna give everyone an individual
a pretty
coach,
good
and
run
they're
there.
all
They had a
these
pretty good
previous
run.
winners.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a challenge, and if you lose the challenge against your coach, they take your spot. And then we just swap out all of these shitty people for like winners from previous seasons, and we finish out this
Doesn't even
season
have to be
with
winners.
a contest of
Doesn't even have
champions.
to be winners. Just
Oh,
have
no,
winner players.
Winners and favorites.
We could get the
There's
could
a
put
couple. There's a couple people on the cast that I don't mind. It's not like I hate the people on the cast.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well,
just
I hate a
annoying and
few
it
people
makes
on the
no sense.
cast.
Yeah, there's a few, but yeah, it's just annoying that usually you're hearing rumors and stuff like that about all the stuff that's going on inside the house or whatever, not having the producers who, by any means necessary, tried to get all this stuff out by going to fish or whatever they have to do before, like not seeing all the back, like the real bad drama and stuff like that. If it wasn't like, was it season 15 of America or whatever? If it wasn't for being able to see what's going on besides the show, would we have known about half the shit that was going on in that house?
I don't think we would have. Dan,
Toxic people are
that was the season, Dan,
unbelievable.
where leaving the house, I think 8 of the contestants lost their jobs for using racial slurs on TV.
Jesus.
And like their bosses saw that and were like, "No, you're obviously fired."
Yeah. How can we have you here? This is crazy. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's why I like Andy from that season, but it's why no one from that season will ever play again.
Yeah. Poor Andy.
Yeah, poor guy.
He was smarter than them all.
He was.
Yep. He would have been. I think he's considered a good winner of a season that they will never ever mention anything about.
For sure. It's like we actually only have 23 seasons of Big Brother. What are you talking about?
That's right.
But yeah. I'm excited. I didn't see the nominations before I came on here today. I know who's nominated, but I didn't get a chance to see who it is.
Yeah. I just know I know who the HOH is. I know it's Kuzi.
Yeah. Can you tell me something?
Sure.
What's Kuzi's accent?
I think it almost sounds like it's Caribbean, but I think she said she's from Africa, so I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, I just couldn't place her.
Yeah. And I think she's from Saskatoon. Another Saskatoonian.
I think she's BC.
Oh, is she BC?
Yeah,
Which
she's a
one's
BC person.
Which one's Saskatoon?
Somebody's from Saskatoon. Some idiot.
Yeah. I know that Sarita or whatever is from Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
And that Zach guy, I believe, is from Ottawa.
Called himself
Makes
the
sense.
Kim Kardashian of Ottawa.
He's fucking...
I checked with some of my friends from Ottawa. They have no idea who he is.
Daniel knows who he is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
That's it.
All right. Yeah. Any
Big Brother Canada. Yeesh.
Yeah.
anything you're looking forward to this week? No? Probably not jury duty.
Bad Batch ends this week, which I know Rob's excited about Bad Batch ending this week.
It's ending.
This for the season, or maybe they've been very cagey about if there's gonna be another season of Bad Batch.
Rob's like, yay, I don't have to hear more about animated Star Wars.
I've straight up never brought it up.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever
I know.
talked about it. I don't know a single character or anything like that. Usually, if he's talking about something, I'll know a character. Or
Omega, Hunter, Echo, Tick,
no.
Wrecker,
Is it Deadeye? It's
Crosshair,
Crosshair. God
the
damn,
mom
wrong.
from Matilda.
It was the wrong one of 3 sniper names. My bad.
Octavia Spencer, not Octavia Spencer. What's her name? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I can't think of her name right now.
Oh no, he's falling apart.
Niecy Nash.
What's her name? Never mind. Dan, go to plugs. I've got to.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we got? I have to actually find mine. So Rob, you go ahead. You got anything fun to plug?
Well, I'll be on the most recent episode of The Greatest Show on the Galaxy here on Northern Entertainment Group. We are ranking all of the masters from Doctor Who in pretty much the correct order, and the only order worth giving a shit about is what we talked about. Let's see what else. Over at LGRN, we got the starting 11 will be coming back this week after international duty. Had the Premier League take the week off, and we did another episode of Playoff Beards. One last one before the playoffs are all set up in the NHL. We'll be talking more about that. And this Friday, LGRN's 3-year anniversary is being held by one of the best shows on the internet, and finally for free, dropping the paywall for LGRN After Snark, celebrating LGRN's 3-year anniversary. It'll be a 4-hour goddamn show this weekend, Friday night, starting 9
Oof.
Central Time. Don't you dare miss it.
Wanda
great.
Sykes.
Wanda Sykes
yes,
on the
yes,
show.
Wanda Sykes.
Pootie Tang.
Sorry.
All right. I got a quick plug from around the Benverse, because I don't do anything else on the internet, so I'm just gonna plug random crap that my friends do. Over on Multiverse of Geekdom, they just started this new series called Titans of the Turf. It's fantasy football meets D&D meets all of your favorite fantasy heroes and characters. And it's really interesting. I hear there's a team with the Kool-Aid Man on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tom Brady is just a player on somebody
What?
else's team,
I
or
heard
maybe
about
the
that.
same team. I don't know.
Lame.
Tom Brady
yeah,
going up against Superman. Like what a. The man's got an arm, but I don't know.
right? Does he have a Superman arm?
I don't know.
I just
What
remember
defensive
Superman
line can
kicking
hold against a
kicking
Kool-Aid
that
Man?
football in the Superman movie, and he kicked it a mile.
What defensive
Best special
line
teams
can
player.
stand up to a Kool-Aid Man?
Gee whiz, I don't know. One that's made
I
of
don't
rubber.
I guess we got to tune in and find out. Anyway,
Yep.
there are, I believe,
Oh yeah.
the first 3 episodes are all up. First 3 matches are all on the Multiverse of Geekdom YouTube channel right now. So
Nice.
you should go check that out.
Mhm.
Hmm.
All right.
If you're not in
Yeah.
jury duty,
We
Hey, I'll need something to do while I wait.
that's true.
also just for fun, we should try and we should try and decide what our fantasy hockey teams would be. Like not right now, obviously, but give it some
I already know
thought
mine.
and
I already know mine.
design your fantasy character, TV characters only, because we are a TV
Show.
show. Yeah, that got stuck in my brain. Dave,
Mhm.
plugs?
Oh, you can find, we're making some changes over to the Lost show that I do over on Multiverse of Geekdom, where, we've heard you, and with my changing life plans coming soon, we're not going to be able to do the show as often. So instead, we're going to be doing a monthly show where we talk about a season of Lost at a time. So that'll be exciting. We're not quite sure on the schedule of that yet, but so stay tuned.
Oh boy.
Are you gonna pick up from where you guys are now, or are you gonna go back and do season 1?
We finished all of season 1. Really fantastic stuff there, and then we will be starting season 2, and then season 3, and then season 4, 5,
Right.
6. The Jimmy Fallon Experience.
What?
Yes.
Jimmy Fallon, big fan of Lost.
Interesting.
yeah.
I never would have known.
Yeah,
I'd
he
have to
hosted
watch
the
Jimmy
finale.
Fallon.
He had some. You know what? If I'm being honest, he's a bit of a casual, but
Oh brother.
Ooh,
I don't mean to
shots
gate
fired.
but
Fan shaming. He's fan shaming. Oh my god, I knew it. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's like, you just inherited the island. I was born on the island.
I was born on the island. You merely adopted the smoke monster.
You merely adopted the polar bear.
Oh, the hurly bird. The hurly bird rises.
All right. On that note, I think that about does it for us. So take care, everybody. We'll see you next week. Anything?
No,
Say
get
goodbye?
out of here.
No?
Goodbye.